Alright, so this is the Dahogrian Empire. We are essentially a medieval combat group that uses foam weapons for a semi-full contact sport. The rules are very simple. If you get hit in the torso, which means lower neck, chest, stomach, back and ribs and sides, that typically means instant death. If you hit in the arm, which is from the shoulder to the knuckles, you lose that arm. You can't use that arm afterwards, and we prefer to drape it behind our back, but really it doesn't matter. If you get hit in that arm a second time, it really doesn't matter. If you are hit in both arms, you are not dead, but you are very entertaining. Upon being hit in the legs, you have to go down on your knees. How essentially that works is anywhere at the bottom of the hip to the top of the foot counts as knees or legs, and you'll kneel down like such. If you get hit in the lower leg 1,000 times after that, it really doesn't matter. But if you hit in the upper leg twice, that is death. Points of contact that do not count are head, fingers, toes and groin. There isn't any sort of punishment for striking these points, they just don't count. With regards to armor, armor is a bit of a lifesaver quite often. If you're struck in an area that is armored, you have to be struck twice in that area. You'll get segments to your armor. Front, side, back, upper arm, lower arm, etc. If someone has decided to stab me in the stomach, my stomach armor is gone. But I still have back, side, and etc. armor. If I'm stabbed in the torso and I happen to be wearing chest armor, but it gets under the armor, too bad, so sad, I'm dead anyway. The only exception is with regards to helmets, as headshots do not count. If you're wearing a helmet, first strike anywhere on your body and you're dead. That is pretty much a sum up of the rules, from really simple to complicated. Now, the particular game, it doesn't matter how well your armor is made, how fancy your sword is, or how impressive you are in general. You're going to need battle strategy, a half-decent leader, and a little bit of luck on your side if you want any sort of victory. It is no good being the best warrior in the world when you get stabbed by 10 spears. We do have archery in this game. Of course, at this particular arena, we do not have arrows here. There's too many civilians we'd hit. But the rules for archery is make sure your arrows are well padded and no bow over a 35-pound draw weight. All projectiles, that's arrows and javelins, go through all armor in a single strike. Alright, on the left, in the white shirt, we have Ryan.
Hey.
Nickname, get out of this neighborhood.
Yeah, get out of here.
On the right is Scott, a bit of a gentle giant, but he'll squish you anyway. So here we'll have a quick 1v1 battle. May the best man win. On this case, we have a fairly standard and relatively strong weapon ratio. My personal advice, if you're going with spearsmen, don't waste your time with a shield, it slows you down. But if you're going with a sword, the bigger the shield you can carry, the better. A shield will essentially protect you on all sides whilst you get up close and personal and deal some damage. The best defense against a spear. So, let's see how long the spearsman lasts. Begin! The best way to deal with a spear in such a way is to flat out charge them. Oh, wow. Now you see, as soon as the shield is removed, the swordsman is utterly defenseless. And so let's have a rematch. And begin. Now the spearsman is adopting what we call the half-shaft technique. So he's holding the spear in the middle. Oh, that was a quick death, never mind. Alright, and we begin again. As I was saying, your spearsman here, he's now moved on to what is called a long hand spear, holding it at the base. The only way to really deal with a shieldsman like this is go for the legs, although it's harder than it sounds. And we have death.